Everyone, today we will be learning about condensation polymerization. These are the learning goals of the lesson, so please take note. So condensation polymerization is a reaction in which two or more monomers react to form a larger polymer and release water in the process. The types of condensation polymerization reactions include polyamides, polyacetals, and polyesters. Today we will be focusing on polyesters and polyamides. So a polyester is made up of two components, which is a dicarboxylic acid and a diol. Now, in the dicarboxylic acid, in both of them, the boxes represent the carbon chain, and there could be any number of carbons depending on what the reaction is. And on the dicarboxylic acid, there's two carboxylic acid groups on each side, and here there are two alcohol groups on each side, so that the reactions can continue to happen on both sides to form the long chain. And then over here, what happens is that the OH from here and the hydrogen from here make water. And when you write this polyester, you have to add the square brackets or curved brackets, it doesn't matter, to show that this is one unit that keeps on repeating to make the polyester. And the N over here represents the number of moles, which are the same from the number of moles for the reactants versus the product. For the water, however, it's 2 times the number of moles, because over here one water molecule is released, and over here we are not writing the hydrogen from here and the hydroxyl from here on these two sides, so that needs to be accounted for in here. So PET is a commonly known polymer in its linear form, and it is made up of benzene 1,4-dicarboxylic acid plus ethane 1,2-diol, and then the polyester it makes is PET through the making water by making a water molecule here when it reacts. And then again, remember, there's this and this that is not being represented in the square brackets, which is why it's 2N. Since this is a polyester, the link made over here is called an ester link. So next we have pterylene in its expanded form with the chemical formula given. So from the chemical formula, we are able to draw the ester, and we know that water is also produced. Now, from here, this water can be represented as HOH, and what happens is this comes in over here, and it breaks the ester. This, the hydrogen from here bonds with the oxygen over here, and the hydroxyl goes over here. So how that looks is this is the hydrogen that came in, and this is the OH group for the alcohol. And that's how you get your two products that you would react in order to get this. And this is called a hydrolysis reaction. So the next type of condensation polymerization reaction is polyamides. Now, this is made from a dicarboxylic acid and a diamine. So the difference here is that this carbon chain has an amino group on both sides instead of the alcohol group that we previously saw. And the polymer it makes is called a polyamide because of the amino groups that reacted. So here we have an example of a polyamide called Kevlar. So Kevlar, here it is shown in its linear form, and it is made up of benzene 1,4-dicarboxylic acid and 1,4-diaminobenzene. So here the same thing happens as it did in the polyesters. The OH from here reacts with the hydrogen from the amino group there, and that forms one of the water molecules that we have here. And again, just a reminder that this 2N is because we are not showing this hydrogen and this OH in the brackets over here, because that is what connects this unit to the rest of the polymer chain. And since this is a polyamide, this link right here is called an amide link. So another polyamide example is nylon 6,6. Here the chemical formula is given, the molecular formula is given, and through that we can draw out the polyamide, which is the product. And through hydrolysis reaction, we can find out the two monomers that created this polymer. So the water breaks this polymer from right here. Over here, we get the OH, and over here is where we get the hydrogen. So that is this, and if you want to write down this hydrogen, that's right here. So nylon 6,6 is made from the two monomers hexandioic acid and hexane 1,6-diamine. So here are some examples for you to try out. Between these two, determine which one is a polyester and which is a polyamide, and then draw the polymer that it would form in the reaction of these two monomers. Pause the video right now and play when you are ready to see the answers. So these are the answers, and remember, you do not have to name these. So thank you for watching.